pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Inter. Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield. First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you...
all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in. Get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 30 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and death.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Taking it right down Broadway. The Browns are in the end zone. Touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a run by Bell here going nowhere as they'll hit him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that.
Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What an absolutely electric return. 106 yards from end zone to end zone. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Beckham, the return. Oh, he bowls over him. And, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And they've got to figure out how to stop. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 49 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct it.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Joseph now to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Tomlinson, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Steps away. He can run. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Touchdown, Cleveland! Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession, and both
pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. 180. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They go play action. Mayfield out to his left. It's caught. Beckham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Buying time to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On 2nd and 2, Darnold. The ball comes out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's...
That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Underneath for Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Face mask. Defense.
They give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
A run for Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. They are able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mayfield now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Freddie Kitchens going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down. The Browns are in. Touchdown.
Great job. Touchdown for Dave.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got Herndon, his tight end. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Bell. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Darnold. Anunwa's got it. Complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
Catanzaro's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Kicking team.
And he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Throwing. Mayfield. He'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 60 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like every... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. Got an open man. It's a noon one. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Let's see who's faster.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. We'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Wiggles free. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 72 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Joseph now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That one's complete to Tomlinson. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
We own them. We own them.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Phillip Gaines there defensively. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Darnold now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, 26 yards. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Catanzaro now for the extra point.
Well, that touchdown won't change who's going to win the game, but I think you and I know a few people who play fantasy football that may have had some interest in that one.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get late in these games and they're out of reach, those touchdowns, maybe a couple people on the edge of their couch for the wrong reason.
Yeah, not just moral victories are played for anymore, are they?
That's fielded in the end zone. Brushing off defenders. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 77 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To throw is Darnold.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now Darnold, and he's got a noon one. The 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold to throw again. Caught here by Bell. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To the air again, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. And a touchdown maybe for the fantasy football folks watching.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are happy about that touchdown, even though it won't change who wins this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A second down throw for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Cleveland.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. He's at the 30. 20. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Flush to his right. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. Oh, ball batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving.